Back again for a bit. Back again for a bit. Back again for a bit. Trying to remember. Have I talked about the Democrats losing yet again? Have I talked about that yet? Have I screamed since that? Total defeat. Have I screamed since you took a total defeat to Donald Trump again? I don't know if I have. I can't remember if I have. Have I talked about you getting slapped around by Donald Trump yet again? When are you gonna learn your lesson? When you gonna learn your fucking lesson, boy? Donald Trump owns you. And there's no escape. There's no escaping Donald Trump's dominance over your dumbass. Donald Trump rules over you. Just accept it. And listening to you retard motherfuckers, man, God, you're fucking so dumb. I swear to God. Can you hear me, T West? What's the word? The N word? I don't know what the word is. I'm eating a Hershey bar with the Grinch on it. A Hershey bar with the Grinch on the bar. He's on it. It's delicious. Have I talked about the Democrats getting whooped by Trump again? I can't remember if I streamed since they lost the shutdown battle. They were. It's so fucking funny. This shit's so funny. It's so predictable too. I knew this was how it was going to end the whole fucking time. That's why I didn't give a fuck. Democrats are getting slapped around. Self-inflicted wounds. They did that shit to themselves. Did it to themselves. Such a bad look for Democrats too. But they had no other option. People don't seem to understand. Like the Democrats had no other choice but to cave on this. This was a mistake. It really was a big mistake. It lost. I guarantee a lot of people will never vote Democrat again after what they just did. Because they use food stamps, and not just food stamps, but federal workers' paychecks and all these different things. They used all that as some type of leverage. They claim for health insurance, but it's, I bet there's other things they really cared about. I seen even Rad Paul was trying to he was trying to get some stuff. I'm voting against Rad Paul when he runs again. Whoever runs against him, well, I ain't voting for a Democrat, but he needs to be primaried. Him and Massey are the biggest claim. I've never seen such a fall for grace in my life than Thomas Massey, for real. Thomas Massey looks like the biggest fucking dork. I mean, my God. His grandstanding shit is just getting really old. That grandstanding bullshit, it's getting old, buddy. Fucking Rad Paul, he was voting with the Democrats. He was voting with the Democrats to keep the government shut down. It's the funniest shit. J.D. Vance had a good quote the other day. He said, politics is a team sport. He's right. That's so true. Like, you on a team or not? Like, politics isn't, when I was growing up, I used to think that way. I used to think, man, I like guys like Rad Paul. I like these kind of independent type of guys. But the older I get, the more I realize, no, it is a team. It's a team game, man. And they're not team players. And, all year long, Rad Paul has just been a joke. I mean, my God. Crying about the drug boats getting blown up. Crying about, I think he was crying about the ICE raids and all this. It's like, man, you need to read the room, buddy. You need to read the room. Like, people are tired of this shit. They're tired of all the fentanyl killing everybody. They're tired of the illegal shit. They're tired of getting on social media and hearing about another illegal alien raped some poor woman or some shit, or stabbed some bitch got stabbed on the train by some guy who's been let out of prison 40 times. Like, people are tired, man. And it's time to read the room and realize people voted for Trump for a reason. And, Thomas Massey just couldn't get behind passing that bill to give ICE funding, which is what that bill was really about. That's what it was really about. And if you don't get the fucking funding, then we're not going to get the deportation. We're not getting these people out of here. Donald Trump ran on mass deportations. That was the number one thing Trump talked about in the campaign. He won the election. What do you think people voted for? What do you think people want? It ain't just about the economy. It's also about illegal aliens. And a lot of our economic issues are because we got too many fucking people from other countries in our countries. That's the cold, hard truth about it. There's too many illegals. There's too many legals. There's too many people over here working jobs that, and then sending the money back to, it's just a mess. This is a mess. It's one thing to have some people come over here. We got 55 million motherfuckers over here. And I think that's just, I don't know if that's all visas or one type of visa. I don't fucking know. There's probably 100 million motherfuckers in this country right now that ain't even supposed to be here. It's nuts. And they're running for mayor and governor. What is going on? What is going on? It'd be like if I went to Afghanistan and became like the mayor of a town. It's like, you'd be like, what? It's goofy. This shit is goofy. The fact that the mayor of New York is some fucking dork from Uganda is just retarded. Like, this country's losing its fucking mind. This country needs to get it together with this stupid bullshit. And the only way to do that is you're going to have to be a team player. It's like the ICE raids. It's like all this shit. It's like stopping people and asking for their ID and all this. Oh, that's unconstitutional. Fuck yeah, it is. Fuck yeah, that's not the way it's supposed to be. But you created this problem with your voting habits and your bullshit. I mean, how many times did these people say, oh, who cares about the border? Who cares about the border? I don't even know why we're talking about that. They let a problem get out of control, and there's no other way to solve it. Do you not understand that, child? This is my problem with Rad Paul and Thomas Massey. Grow up. Grow the fuck up. Read the room. We're not in normal times when there's fucking 20, 30 million fucking illegal aliens in the country. And they're getting food stamps, and they're getting, you name it, they're getting it. They're running for fucking, hell, I seen something the other day, I swear to God. A legal alien was like the fucking mayor of a town. Look that up. I swear to God, I seen it. Legal alien was a mayor of a fucking town. I swear to God, or a city. He had a position in government. And I think it was the fucking mayor of a town. Hell, that one guy was a superintendent of a school district. He was illegal. If you don't think that's a fucking problem, that requires some stuff that you usually don't do. I mean, you liberals create these situations, put us in this situation, and there's no other way out but to kind of break the rules a little bit. The rules have to be broken because of you, because you wouldn't listen for fucking 10 goddamn years as everybody tried to tell you, this is not good, you can't do this. Then you voted for Biden and millions of them came in. It was just crazy. Gang members were taking over apartment complex, all kinds of crazy shit. Joe Biden was flying illegal aliens into towns, and then the illegal aliens would get off the plane and go rape a woman. It happened. It happened. The guy that killed that girl, hit her with a fucking brick or something and raped her. In the trial, it was revealed in the trial that he flew in on one of those planes that Biden sent over there. It's ridiculous. So quit fucking crying. And let me tell you something. If I'm saying this, if this is the way I feel, most people feel this way. You all need to come to terms with that. I'm just a normal guy. I like Rad Paul. I like Thomas Massey, but I'm tired of it. I am tired of that grandstanding. I am tired of that bullshit. We are never going to solve these problems with fucking people like that who just can't accept the situation we find ourselves in. They can't accept it. Oh no, we gotta have Congress should be deciding on it. Congress can't decide on anything. You all can't do anything. We voted for Trump to deal with these problems. You motherfuckers ain't going to hold a vote and deal with shit. You ain't going to do shit. Congress is fucking useless. They're useless. You think people give a shit about Congress? Well, Donald Trump doesn't have the authority to do that. It's actually Congress is supposed to do that. Well, Congress ain't going to do shit. Can you see how people don't care anymore? Can you see how some people say, just let Trump do what he wants? Because he got more sense than Congress, who won't do shit. Won't do shit. Won't pass anything that does anything. And when it's like, hey, we got all this funding for ICE so we can deport these people, and everyone's like, oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, we voted for that. You got Thomas, man. I'm not voting for it. Because it's got this, and it's got that, and it's got this. I'm sure he's voted for some shit that's had this and that in it before. Oh, blow up a drug boat. Oh, God. Oh, God, they're blowing up the cartel drug boats. This is unconstitutional. Shut up. You know what I've learned over my 38 years of living? I've learned a harsh truth about this country, and it's this. The Constitution only gets brought up when it's about fucking us over. That's the only time anybody ever brings it up, when it's about fucking us. When it's about defending us, oh, God. Oh, who cares about the Constitution? When it's really time to stand by the Constitution to protect the American citizen, the Constitution gets, somebody wipes their ass with it and throws it on the ground. When it's about criminals, when it's about drug fucking people that get on speedboats and go across the ocean and bring drugs in our country and kill Americans, that's when the Constitution, that's when these guys get up and grandstand about the fucking Constitution. But when it's about your rights, when you don't want to take a shot or any of these other things, oh, come on. They don't want to hear about the Constitution. Got it. I hear you loud and clear, motherfuckers. So shut the fuck up about the Constitution. I don't want to hear about the constitutional rights of a fucking scumbag criminal. That's the only time you all bring it up. They don't care about the rights of a normal motherfucker that ain't doing nothing but going to work and coming home and minding his business. They don't give a fuck about your rights. They want to stomp all over your rights and tax the shit out of you and everything else. But when it's about somebody that's raping people and dealing drugs and oh my God, his rights. Think about his rights. And I'm here to tell you, people are getting tired of having to care about the slimiest motherfuckers in our society's rights, because they've seen when they stood up and said, hey, what about my rights? People said, shut the fuck up and take the shot. Shut the fuck up. We're in a pandemic. We're in a crisis. Okay, well then the Constitution doesn't matter when we're in a crisis. That's what I learned during COVID. So fuck you when it comes to the border. Fuck you when it comes to deportation. Fuck you screaming about the Constitution now. Because when you're scared and you feel like something's serious, you're ready to throw the Constitution in the garbage. So keep that same energy when other people are concerned about other things. Keep that same fucking energy. And I didn't know an illegal alien had constitutional fucking rights. I didn't know I had to worry about his constitutional fucking rights. The only right he has is to get on a fucking plane and be... Nobody's putting him in gas chambers and killing him. I don't understand the outrage here. They're being put on a flight and sent home. This is not fucking inhumane abuse or something. This is not some torture shit. We're not torturing them in a fucking... What the fuck? How many trials has the Maryland man? They still give him the Maryland. How many trials does one Maryland man deserve? Why does the Maryland man get trial after trial after trial after trial after trial? But I guarantee if you or me did something, right to prison. You know why? Because we're regular people. We don't get a second chance. You're not going to get a second chance. They're going to put your ass away forever. Bye, guy. Why? Because you're a decent person. They don't like you. For whatever reason, they don't like you. They like criminal scumbag motherfuckers. They want to give them chance after chance after chance after chance. You want to stop drugs from pouring into this fucking country? You're going to have to get fucking serious. You're going to have to kill these crazy fucks because they're not going to stop. You think these are good people on these drug boats? You think they haven't killed people? You think these are good people? Is that what I want my senator to be doing? When I got to turn on the TV and see my senator from my state crying because some fucking scumbag drug dealers got blown up in the middle of the fucking ocean. That's what he's crying about. Of all the concerns facing our country, facing the people of his state, that's what he's worried about? I'm voting against you. I'm voting against you. Talk about some real shit. I can assure you that most people don't give a fuck about some scumbag drug dealers getting blown up who are bringing fentanyl into the country. They don't care. Why would you? Gives a fuck. I don't want to see my senator. Look, I understand where he's coming from, but shut the fuck up, dude. Because nobody cares. I'm so tired of, well, if we do this, then what happens in the future if this person does it? They're already going to do it anyway. They say the craziest shit. Oh, my God. What if... some Democrats said, well, what if the next president just starts killing MAGA people? And it's like, how is that the same thing as like killing drug dealers on drug boats coming over here from, you know what I mean? That you're comparing those people to American citizens who voted for Trump? You know how crazy you sound? Yes, if the next Democratic president started executing Trump supporters, yeah, that'd be a fucking problem. Would it not? Would it be a problem if Trump just started lining people like Parr up and blowing their fucking brains out? I'd have a problem with it. I'd say, this is insane. But that's not happening, is it? That's not what Trump is doing. Trump didn't do a drone strike on Parr's apartment this morning. It's not the same thing. It's a bunch of cartel members. Good God. And the Democrats are going to win the midterms. Based on what? Based on what? They just get on Reddit and get on that food stamp Reddit board and look at all these people having a panic attack over food stamps. That's what the Democrats did. And the Democrats just admitted, like they just came out and admitted. It's so funny. They're all admitting that they were behind the shutdown now after weeks of saying that, no, it's the Republicans. Now they're just coming out and going, why did we end it? We had the leverage. It's just the craziest shit. Democrats, you can't afford these mistakes. These are mistakes that you did to yourself. Trump didn't do this. You understand? Trump didn't do this to you. You did this to yourself. And Trump still won. You picked the fight. You thought, we got this. And everybody says this was so bad for Republicans. Let me give you the reality of the situation and the truth of this situation. Republicans don't support EBT any fucking way. Republicans don't support Obamacare. So those two things, first of all, Republicans didn't shut the government down and stop you from getting your EBT, so blaming them is retarded. It's the Democrats voting no. It's not the Republicans voting no, except for Rand Paul. Good job, Rand. And you know what, really? I tell you why, what made me really realize Rand Paul and Thomas Massey are fucking dweebs is that shit I saw a couple of weeks ago where, I don't know, Trump was having some meeting at the White House with some Republican senators or whatever, House members or whatever, and they posted a picture. You could probably find this. It's on one of their timelines. And they posted a picture of Thomas Massey and Rand Paul are like hanging out in a room somewhere. And they were like, we didn't want to go anyway. Man. We didn't want to go anyway. It's like Fetterman said, like, you should be working with the president, trying to get some things done. And these guys that just want to, Thomas Massey and Rand Paul just want to go at Trump. They have some issue with Trump. They just want to go at Trump. And then you got all these Democrats rallying around Massey. You got these people. I mean, come on. Is that a good look? Liberals are like, that's my favorite Republican. Oh, good. That's who I want. That's who I want to vote for. And then Thomas Massey with the Epstein thing, like, come on, man. All these people just jumping all over Epstein all of a sudden. They're just, oh my God, it's the biggest fucking thing. Oh God. Just stop with the grandstanding. Quit again. Like, maybe he has brought up Epstein before. I don't know, but I just don't remember Thomas Massey like going on and on about Epstein when Biden was president. I just don't remember that. Now all of a sudden it's a big deal. He wants to talk about it. All the Epstein stuff needs to come out and people need to go to prison. But with that said, I don't like fake bullshit. I don't like this fake bullshit where, well, now we care so much. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't care. It's fake. See, people like me, we've been talking about this for a long time. And you motherfuckers didn't ever want to talk about this. And every time people like me wanted to bring it up, you all said it was some Alex Jones bullshit. So don't try to act like, don't lecture me. Ain't nobody want to hear you. Where were you 10 years ago talking about this? Where were you? I mean, fucking Alex Jones was talking about this 20-some years ago. Where were you? And now here you come, and now you want to lecture everybody else when everybody else is like, whatever, man. There's more important things we got to deal with. And then you're like, how dare you say that? Where were you 10 years ago? Where the fuck were you been? Yeah, sorry, the economy and my day-to-day life matters more than the Epstein thing. Sorry. Sorry, my children's future and the future of the country matters more than... And enough about fascism. I mean, you sound retarded. That is so. All that shit is so retarded. The fascism shit. Just shut up. I'm fucking stupid as fuck. Fascism is taking over. Fascism. Oh! Trust me, you ain't even close to fascism, brother. You know. You ain't even near it. You sound insane. Media got you delusional. You falling for that bullshit. People that are actual fascists, you can follow them on social media. They don't even like Trump, bro. They don't think Trump is hard enough. Like, if you follow these people and listen to what they bitch about, it's that Trump ain't going hard. It's that Trump isn't rounding you motherfuckers up and shooting you, basically. And they know Trump ain't going to do nothing like that, and it's not going to happen. That just kind of pisses them off, you know? Or Trump's not going to deport all foreigners, you know. This is a pre-recording. Why? Who would do that? Who would pre-record and then pretend it like who? What a waste of time. I'm not even putting that amount of effort in to this bullshit. No, it's not even happening. I'm going to record it and pretend it's live. You're probably saying that because I'm ignoring you. It's because you're retarded and you're not saying anything of substance worth replying to. You understand that? You're not important. That's what you don't understand about yourself. You're not important. You're not special. You're not entitled to anything. Hush. Just hush. Cares about state of play. What are they going to show? Nothing worth a damn. Gaming is kind of right now. It's not, you know. There's nothing really. I don't know. I'll tell you this. That Battlefield 6, I keep seeing clips of it. I think I'm going to buy it. Somebody sent me a message the other day, said they'd buy it for me. I can't remember who that was, but yeah, send me that. I'll buy it. I think I'm going to buy that. I love Minecraft VR, but they got rid of it. I don't know why. I was excited to play that, and it's gone. Battlefield looked pretty smooth. I was seeing some people playing it. The shooting looked pretty good. Looks can be deceiving, though. I haven't played Minecraft in years. Minecraft's fun, though. It's just a bad look for Democrats because they're the party of caring about people. And see, the senators that broke and voted with Republicans, they understand that. They understand how bad this looks for their party. That's why they broke. Fetterman knew it right away. Fetterman was like, this is fucking goofy. You have to understand it's a bad. I know you're getting propagandized to think otherwise, but you got to learn to see through that. This is terrible for Democrats. Why else would they cave? I mean, I've known this the whole time, but the fact that they caved and got literally nothing in return shows you that it's been bad for them. This is not good. This is not hurting Trump because you got to understand, the people on food stamps are probably voting Democrat anyway. Those are the only people that really give a shit about this. Now, the federal workers and stuff, they're probably not voting for Trump either, quite frankly. These are probably, a lot of these people are probably Democrat voters. So how's this hurting Republicans? All the Republicans I see said, fuck EBT, cut it off completely. So I just don't, and the people that are mad, I don't think they were ever going to vote for a Republican anyway. But this really makes Democrats look bad, especially now, but they've looked bad the whole time because they're using the food stamps and the federal workers as leverage. And they're putting pain on them in hopes that they will go after Trump and put pressure on Trump to cave. But here's the issue with that, and it was the issue, and I knew this was going to happen when they started this. You have made Trump into the boogeyman. You've made Republicans into the Nazis. Nobody's expecting them to give a shit about the insurance. Nobody's expecting them to give a fuck about the food stamps. So why would they? They have no reason to cave. You are the party of empathy. You are the party that cares so much. And what you just showed the country is you don't give a shit at all. Now, maybe if you would have got some victories, maybe if you would have won something from this, people would have been able to say, hey, the pain was worth it. But because you caved and got nothing, now people are like, what the fuck was the point of that? Now you look stupid and evil, just fucked up. But are the Democrats going to make all these people not have food for Thanksgiving? Oh, they'll blame it on Trump. Yeah, but they have the power to reopen the government and give people their food, and they're not doing it. And, you know, at some point, it's like, hey, man, where's the empathy I keep hearing about? Where's the empathy? You don't seem to have any. So they had no choice but to cave. Trust me, this would have been way worse for them if they would just let it go. And you wouldn't have had, all these people wouldn't have got Thanksgiving shit. Oh, my God. It would have been, you're not going to be able to just blame everything on fucking Trump. There's a voting record. People can see who's voting. And you kept having Republicans coming out and saying, hey, let's just have a clean bill, and then we'll negotiate later. And, you know, as it gets closer to Thanksgiving, you know, people are going to be saying, hey, just pass the clean bill. People are going to get desperate, and it wouldn't have went well for them. It would not have, they would have lost the whole thing. So they made the right move here, but still a terrible move. It was a terrible move to do the shutdown to begin with. It was stupid. A failed tactic. I told you all when it happened. I said, this is dumb as fuck. It's going to backfire just like everything else does. That's exactly what happened. Got nothing for it. Got nothing. Didn't get a damn thing. And shouldn't get a damn thing, honestly. Shouldn't get shit. And now they're going to have to fight against Trump giving everybody a $2,000 check. Now, once again, this is just like I was saying earlier. This is just like I was saying. And people want to talk to you like you're stupid. I'm not stupid. I understand it's a bad idea. I understand it can cause a fight. I understand we shouldn't be just giving people money and all that. I get it. I get it. But you have to understand that the only time you bring up that type of shit is when it's about helping the American people. When it's about giving Israel money, Ukraine money, or any other country money, boy, they just sign it and send it out. When it's about the American people getting a check, whoa, hey, let's think about the Constitution. Let's think about the debt. Let's think about this. People are tired of that. People are catching on to that. They're sick of that. That the only time you stand up and take a stand is when it's about the American people getting a little bit of a break. Well, in the long term, it's going to fuck us. Just like all this other spending is going to fuck us. But you keep voting for that. You keep doing that. Stop grandstanding when it's about people getting a check for themselves. Now you want everybody to think about, now wait a minute, oh, give the money to you. And that's, once again, the Democrats are about to have this problem where they're going to be fighting against this. No, we can't give people check. And what are people going to say? Well, we could give Ukraine billions of dollars and nobody, you love that. Democrats And I'm going to keep saying it. You can keep listening to polls and all this. You can keep on listening to that shit that's been wrong consistently all the time. Democrats are fucked right now. They look fucking retarded. They've looked retarded all year. They haven't got any victories. They're dumb. Mondani winning New York is not good for the Democratic Party. Jay Jones winning in Virginia, not good for the Democratic Party. But this party does not think about optics anymore. They don't think about long-term repercussions. They don't give a shit. They're retarded. All the people with sense are leaving their party. They don't want to be a part of it, which means the party's going to get smaller and it's going to get dumber and more radical. This is not hard to predict. It's what's happening. That's why the Democrats seem so insane and retarded, because all the people with sense are leaving. Anybody with any sense, anybody with any intelligence is getting the fuck away from this shit. And you're left with Jasmine Crockett and fucking AOC and Mondani and these goofs. And this is why Trump is probably ultimately right about the filibuster, is because the move now for Republicans is to get things done, deliver on the promises. That is key, because right now you have a nation of people, especially young people, who see the Democratic Party does not deliver on their promises and doesn't get anything done. The Republicans need to be the opposite. They need to deliver. This is how you seal a Republican control for decades. Just do what you said you were going to fucking do. Don't promise shit you can't do. Democrats are fucked. They're done. This shutdown thing just made it worse. This was a self-inflicted wound. I wasn't even thinking about this. I wasn't even factoring this in. They were already getting their ass beat, and then for some reason, like, it's crazy. They're just getting the shit kicked out of them. It's like you see a guy in a parking lot, and a bunch of guys are just kicking the shit out of him, beating the fuck out of this guy. And then he just starts punching himself in the face while they're, you'd be like, what the? That's what I'm seeing. You're like, fight back, fight back. This is hard, this is pathetic, fight back. And they start fighting, but they start hitting themselves. They start throwing punches into their own face. And you're like, that's not what I meant. You got to fight back. You look pathetic. Ain't no hope for these people. Blue wave. Based on what? And what does a blue wave prove? It just proves this nation's full of retards. That's all it would prove. That's all it would fucking prove, is you're all retarded. Let me reelect the people who fucked everything up in the first place. That's a genius move. Hey, why do we have to have these fucking ICE raids? Hey, who caused that problem? Oh, Democrats. We wouldn't have to have fucking ICE raids if Democrats would have secured our fucking border. Clearly, the border can be secured. Look, Donald Trump's got it secured, so don't tell me it can't be done. All these problems can be solved. But you got guys like Rand Paul and Thomas Massey that want a grandstand. You can't have the National Guard walking around town. You just have to let women be raped and murdered. No, Rad, we're going to have the National Guard walk around town. Women are getting raped and murdered, Rad. People are getting robbed. This is fucked up, Rad. We can't even use the city, Rad. We can't even go downtown and enjoy a nice evening because of the crime, Rad. So yes, we're going to have the National Guard. I'm sorry, Rad. Well, Article 2, Section 3. I get it, Rad. I get it. But we're going to do it anyway, Rad. Can you understand we're going to do it anyway, Rad? Can you understand that we understand that it's probably not the way it should be, but we're going to let Trump do it, Rad? Can you understand that we're not going to stand up to it? We're not going to say nothing, Rad. We're not going to be out there protesting, Rad. We're okay with it, Rad. I want more troops, Rad. Hey, Rad, more troops. I want more troops on my streets, Rad. Put as many troops as you got to keep women from getting raped, Brad. And then Trump's like, well, fuck it, I'll just blow them out of the water. Trump's like, I'll just blow them out of the water. Can't even do that. You can't even kill them. You know what I mean? You can't put the National Guard on the streets to deter the crime and the drug dealing and the madness. You can't blow the drugs out of the water. What can you do? How do you solve these problems? People want to see problems solved. And I've said this for years. If you let a problem get out of control, there comes to a point where the public will support drastic measures. How many times you heard me say that? Well, here we are. Here we are with immigration and illegals and the border. We're there. The public supports drastic measures. Get them out of here. Deport them. We're done with it. The crime is the same way in some of these cities and some of the, I'm not saying in your little neighborhood where it's all nice and neat. Oh, it's so nice around here. I'm talking about in places like Chicago where every weekend it's just a fucking shootout. If you sent the National Guard in there, the average citizen is not going to care. They're going to welcome it. That's just the reality. If you don't want people to welcome stuff like that, stop letting problems spiral out of control. People are not going to continue to keep living like that forever. They're just not going to. If the choice is I got to live with all this crime and I can't walk down the street safely, or the military is going to be walking around, I'm choosing the military. I'm choosing the soldiers over the criminal. So if you make me choose between criminals all over my streets or soldiers, I'm picking soldiers. This ain't even a difficult choice. Don't get mad at the citizen for choosing the better option. That's retarded. They expect the citizens to stand up and protest against cleaning up the fucking crime. Because the way the crime's being cleaned up is, I guess it's unconstitutional or something. Oh, it goes against this or it goes against that. I'm just a regular guy with a regular job. What are you talking about? I don't want to get hit in the back of the head and mugged. That's all I care about. I don't give a fuck about any of this other shit. What are you talking about? You stupid? Think about the criminal's rights. I don't care about the criminal. I don't give a shit about his rights. You've pushed me, so I don't care. What about my rights? It's like Bukele said, what about the regular person's rights? What about an innocent person's rights? Does he not have rights? Not to be a victim to crime? Not to have to live with crime everywhere? What about these people's rights? And that's where we're at. That's where society is going. That's where people are starting to realize, I don't want, why do we have to live like this? Because of some moral, some principles or whatever the fuck. What kind of principles is it to where you got to stand by your principles and then your wife gets hit in the back of the fucking head and raped in an alley somewhere? Well, I was standing by my principles. At a certain point, it becomes about your survival, not about principles. Not about your beliefs. It becomes about the reality of this crime's out of control. And we got to do something about it. I've been telling you idiots for years, stop letting these problems spiral out of control. Do something about it. You're not gonna like how it gets handled in the future. Well, now you gotta buck up and deal with it. Get out of your car. Quit ramming into ICE vehicles. Quit screaming to illegals when the ICE agents come in the neighborhood. Here they come. Knock it off. Knock it off. Knock it off. Grow up. These people talk about how broke they are. They got time to follow ICE around everywhere. That's how I'm struggling in this country. I'm just struggling. It's so hard. Everything is so hard. Oh, you got time to follow ICE? I certainly ain't got time to follow ICE around all day. I got to go to work. I have time to follow ICE vehicles around. I don't have a time to alert the illegals that ICE is coming. I got better things to do. Maybe you'd be able to afford food and all these things if you quit following ICE around all day. And maybe focused on your life and getting your life together and quit following ICE around. Huh? Maybe. Maybe, just maybe, that could be the move for you. Maybe you wouldn't need EBT if you didn't spend all your day following ICE around. I need EBT. Like I can't get a job. I have to follow ICE around all day and alert the illegals for I'm saving lives. Don't you know they're dropping illegal aliens in the middle of the ocean? In the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, they just drop them. The planes go out in the middle and then they just turn back around. You can see the flight path. It's all logged. The planes go out in the middle of the ocean and then they turn around. These people are just dropped in the ocean. I doubt that. I doubt they're just getting... What if they were? What a mindfuck that would be, man. You know, if you're an illegal alien, you think about that. You think about, like, when they catch you, they put you on that plane you're flying over. You know that's going through your head, like, what the fuck? And you're laughing like, that's just conspiracy theory. That's not happening. But you're a little nervous about it because, I don't know. And then all of a sudden, they just open the side of the plane up. And they go, all right, come on. And you're just like, what? Come on. Get the fuck off this plane. You're like, hey, okay, what do you mean? What do you mean? They just shove your ass off the fucking... They just shove you, no parachute, they just shove your fucking ass out the door. That would be insane. But I doubt it. I doubt it. I mean, if you're going to do that, why send some of them to Seacot? Why, you know what I mean? You would just do that. I mean, Democrats are in a fantasy world. Before I got on here, I seen Laura Ingraham. Oh, my God. This is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen. Laura Ingraham in the Oval Office with Trump. And they're talking about the Oval Office. They're talking about all the gold that Trump added into the Oval Office. It looked good, honestly. It looked good as they were standing there. The gold looked, it looked nice, that gold. It looked shiny. And she was like, this ain't Home Depot. Trump's like, no. You could tell Trump was annoyed. You could tell Trump thought it was retarded, too, because he was like, oh, come on. It's like, you really think Trump went to Home Depot and got some plastic gold to put on the Oval Office at the White House? Do you think, let me ask you this. Do you think the U.S. government ain't got the money to get the good stuff? Do you think Trump doesn't? Have you ever seen the buildings Trump owns and the stuff he builds? And it's like this fantasy they've created about Trump is just so fucking retarded. When I was growing up, Trump was like that. This did not exist. I'm telling you right now, this is not how people talked about Trump at all. They didn't act like this. They act like Trump is like a fake rich person. That's how they act. Like he's not really rich. No, my entire life, Trump was rich. They were like, they bring him on TV and they'd say, oh, he's so rich. They'd interview him about being rich and all this. Nobody talked like this about Donald Trump and acted like he was a fake rich guy until he ran for president. And then suddenly they're like, no, he's broke. Donald Trump ain't broke. One thing you learn about Donald Trump when you look over his life is he's failed so many times, but he always comes back. He always figures it out and comes back stronger. This is what he does. How broke can he be if he has these business failures and then he still comes back? This is not a guy that's like fucking going to Home Depot to buy fucking light fixtures and stuff, okay? Can we knock it off with the bullshit? You think a guy like Trump wants plastic fake gold in the Oval Office? Is that what you really think? Are you that stupid? Now, you could maybe argue that it shouldn't be paid. I don't know who paid for it. I don't know if Trump paid for it. I don't know, whatever. Even though every other president renovates things and does things in the White House, and you all don't care about that. I don't see you whining about that, but suddenly it's a big deal, and you're all mad. You know they can just take all that gold stuff off if they... You know the next president is going to, change it up too, right? That's what they do. They do it all the time. These people are fucking retarded. It's like Trump put a bunch of marble in the Lincoln bathroom, put all this marble, and then these people in the comments are acting like, oh, it's terrible. You know how expensive all this stuff is? This ain't cheap shit. It's not cheap to put marble floors in the bathroom. Like, hello? Now, you could say, that's not really my style. I'm not into that. But to act like it's cheap and ugly, it's not. It's clearly not. Marble floors is not considered cheap. It's not considered, it's like the limestone patio. They're like, oh, he put cement. They were saying he put cement in the rose garden and made that patio. It's limestone. It's what a high-class hotel or whatever, if they were making a patio, that's what they'd make their patio out of. Donald Trump knows luxury. He's not broke. He's a luxurious guy. He's married to a supermodel. Enough with the bullshit. You can hate Trump without being full of shit and sounding like a dork. The ballroom is so dumb. It's like Bill Maher was saying. We're hosting fucking state dinners with foreign leaders in tents outside on the lawn. He's like, we're the United States of America. What the fuck? He's right. Trump said, enough. We're going to build the ball. I'm doing it. Enough. We're getting this done. And that's why people like Trump, because he's handling things, big and small problems. I don't expect Trump to get the prices down in a few months. I don't expect Trump to clean up all this mess that's been going on for decades in under a year. I'm not a child. I wasn't expecting that. Grow up. Well, Donald Trump said he'd get the prices down, and he's not getting them down. So Democrats are going to win the midterms. Why the fuck would you vote for the people that got the prices to go up in the first? So let me get this straight. Democrats cause the prices to go up. Donald Trump becomes president because the Democrats cause the prices to go up. Since Donald Trump isn't getting them down fast enough for you, you're going to go back and vote for the people that made them go up first. Does that make any fucking sense at all? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. You can't make an argument that makes that make sense. Shut up. You people shouldn't even have the right to vote if you're saying things like that. You sound retarded. This is the problem in this fucking country. Oh, we'll just go back to these other people. They're the ones that fucked it up in the first place. You should never vote for them again. Dummy. It's insane listening to you people. I want to reach to the phone and slap you because you're so dumb. Listen to yourselves. Democrats are not an option. They will not fix anything. They will make it worse. They are not an option at all. I don't even consider them. They will solve nothing. They will only bring damage. My God, at least give Donald Trump his full term before you decide, the prices ain't going to go. How do you know? You've been wrong so far. Every time you doubt Trump, you've been wrong. Have you noticed that? And you'll be wrong about this, of course. I've been telling you all year, next year, the economy is going to be way better. You have to understand, Trump is going around. These trade deals are being made. There's things going on. It takes time. You want a finger to be snapped like Thanos and does everything change? That's not how life works. You voted for this guy to do these things, and you can't stop crying every 5 fucking seconds about every little fucking thing. You have no faith. It'd be one thing if the term was over, Trump was gone, and we were talking about this, and Trump did. We're not even a year in. And to ignore all the success that he's having is just retarded. It's retarded. Is your gas prices down? Yes. What about those eggs? You were so concerned at the beginning of the year with eggs. Egg prices plummeted. Now you don't even want to talk about it. Why do y'all want to ignore all the success? You only want to focus on, well, this. Well, what about this? Well, what about that? Well, what about... I'm sorry Donald Trump hasn't solved every fucking problem in under a year. I'm sorry. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That means we're all wrong for voting for him because he hasn't solved every problem in under a year. I'll listen to that when Trump is gone, or maybe 2-3 years in. I'm not listening to that bullshit. What are we, 9, 10, what are we, 11 months in, or whatever the fuck we're in? Come on. Get a grip with this bullshit. Get a grip with the bullshit. And this is why you all end up looking stupid. You always jump the gun. You always attack Trump. And you don't give things time. And then over time, you look stupid. When you gonna learn? When you gonna learn? And then you go vote for Mondani. It's the funniest shit in the fucking world. You're like, everything's so expensive. Oh my God, the city's going to shit. I'll vote for someone to make it worse. Naive, gullible retards. To vote for Mondani and fall for that snake oil motherfucker. Nobody smiles like that all the time. Nobody smiles like that all day and night. Mondani smiling. That should have been red flag number 1. He's smiling too damn much. When you listen to him talk, it's just like you can see how he appeals to fucking retards like Parr. I get his appeal when you're retarded. In a lot of ways, he's a dork like them. And they're like, oh, you see, he got some pussy, he got a wife, and he's a mayor. There's hope for me. There's no hope for you. Let me assure you of that. Ain't no hope for you. MTG is, she goofy, ain't she? I seen her on The View. She was on The View. She's trying to rebrand herself. She's definitely trying to rebrand herself. One thing you have to realize, Trump, this is his last term, and then he's kind of gonna, probably kind of fade away. Not, he'll be out there tweeting, running his mouth, but some of these people, they've been riding that Trump wave for so long. Now they got to kind of find a new wave to ride. So you're going to see people you're going to see these people, like I said, there ain't no faith in Trump. These are the people. My problem with these people is these are the people who are screaming at the rest of us. Have faith in Trump. How dare you support DeSantis? These motherfuckers. And now they have no loyalty to him. I think that's so fucking funny. I remember these people, and here they are. Now they're telling me, come on, Smokey, you're not going to criticize Trump about anything? Well, what the fuck? You gave me so much shit for doing it? Now you want me to? Oh, fuck you. Go fuck yourself. It's the darndest thing I've ever seen. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Can't please these motherfuckers. No matter what you do. Can't please them. So why bother? That's the only reason these people are criticizing Trump, so they can be like, see, I'm not in a cult. I'm not in I see it all the time. All these people still want to kiss up to the left. They still want to say, see, no, see, fuck these people. Fuck these liberals, and fuck all that. Fuck trying to look like an objective person and seeing both sides. No, fuck both sides. The other side is insane. The other side shot Charlie Kirk in his fucking neck. So fuck the other side and fuck seeing how they feel and fuck them. And that's how I feel about them. I've seen their perspective. They're retarded. I listened to them. I heard them out. I'm here to tell you, they're dumb. Okay? You can take my word for it, or I can give a fuck what you do. But I know it's true because I've done my research on them. I've watched them long enough. Trust me on this. They're retarded. I gotta pee. They're retarded. They're dumb as fuck. They'll kill us all. They'll kill us all if we let them. I'm gonna blame it on Trump. I'm gonna blame it on old Trump that I don't have a lighter still. It's Trump's fault. If the economy was better, I could afford a lighter. Damn you, Trump. Podcast from the toilet. Hey, you might as well vape. Might as well get you a little vape. My vape is around here somewhere. I can't find it, but I don't know where I put it. Hell with it. What are you gonna do? Did I wash my hands? I didn't pee on my hands. I didn't urinate on my hands, buddy. Do you pee on your hands when you go into the bathroom? You like piss all over your hand and you gotta go wash it because you piss all over your hand. What's nasty about it? What's on my hand? But what's on my hands? I was just using my hands, right? I was just in here sitting here, and then I pissed, but I didn't piss on my hands at all. Not even a drop of piss went on my hands. Are you guys pissing on your hands? Are y'all having trouble not peeing on your hand or something? Oh, I'm interested in this now. That's an interesting one. He said, do you sit down to pee? He's implying that if you don't sit down to pee, you might piss on your own hand. And I'm here to tell you, I don't piss. I never get pissed on my hand. Wow, interesting. That's an interesting one. do wash my hands at work, but it's work. Even though now if I took if I took a shit, yeah. But a pits, that's a weird one. Is your dick dirty or something? Is that what it is? Woo! That about killed me. Now I always lift the toilet seat. I leave my toilet seat up. Women hate that shit. It's like I tell my girlfriend, I live by myself. I mean, you're not here all the time. Why would I put the seat down? I piss more than I shit. So it just doesn't make sense to leave it up, down all the time. And why can't women love to say this? How hard is it to put the seat down? Well, how hard is it to put it down yourself? How hard is it to put it down your fucking self? Why can't you put it down, bitch? Why can't you reach up there and go, boop? Women are entitled, bro. Like a motherfucker. To everything. Men don't even think like that. You understand that? Men don't even think like that. Men would just pull the toilet seat down. We wouldn't think it was someone else's obligation to do it for us before we ever came in there to shit. Because that'd be the only reason you need it now. Of course, women pee sitting down, but, you know, yeah, that's your problem, not mine. That's your problem, bitch. I mean, I'll do it for my girlfriend when she's here, but, I mean, you know, why would I do that? She'll come over, ain't been over in days, and she'll be like, why's the toilet seat up? Why would it be down? And you know, and let me tell you this. You know what they'd say if it was down, right? What would they say if that toilet seat was down? They'd say, who the fuck's been here? Why is this toilet seat down? You're never going to win. Women, and here's what you have to understand as a man, and when you understand this, you'll be better off. Women love to complain. That's just something they do. It's a lot of fun. They enjoy it. So, you can either be alone or you can have a woman, but she's going to complain. And that's just the way it is. No, I still don't have a lighter. I get paid tomorrow, though. I have money in my account. I'm waiting for them to take my rent out. And they still haven't done it. Which is weird. I mean, I paid it on Friday, and it said the payment went through. Now, usually it says that, and it takes a couple days for it actually to come out, but it's Monday. It's Tuesday, brother. It's Tuesday. Surely it comes out today at some point. See, normally I could overdraft my account $50 and there's no fee or nothing, and then, you know, your paycheck hits, so you just take that 50. And that's normally what I'd use right now, but I don't think it'll use the overdraft to pay my rent. I think it would make my rent bounce, and I ain't having that, because then they charge some fee for that. So you just have to let the money sit there and wait. Which means you can't use that 50. It's like a loan from your next paycheck. You can't use it. But that's just the rent. I mean, once the rent's paid and like I get paid tomorrow, I'll be good the rest of the month because it's just like whatever. Normally, I would have took like money out of the last 2 checks, but I didn't. I just said fuck it because I knew I was getting like an $800 check. So I was like, I'll just pay that's most of my rent right there. So I'll just say fuck it. And I'll just be broke for a couple of days. Who cares? Because I had things I needed to get, things I needed to do. And I'm big on just biting a bullet right now, just doing it. Like I'm about to just buy an e-bike. I'm just about to buy one. Just fuck it. They're only like $300-$400. Just buy it. It's done. It's out of the way. All of this, let me try to save some money out of this check. And then I'll, no, you don't do that. You know what you do? You fucking order DoorDash or you fucking do something stupid. You buy skin on rust or you do some dumb shit is what you do. So you might as well take that money while you have it and buy shit you actually need with it. And then just be broke. Be broke for like a week or, you know, whatever. But the deed is done. The task is completed. And you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to think about, God, I need this thing. And then I keep putting it on. It's like Doug. Doug should just take the promotion they're offering, get off the food stamps, bite the bullet. In the long run, you're better off. Because in a week, it won't even matter. You'll have another paycheck. It won't even matter. Be done with it. Or you could think about it for weeks and weeks and go, man, I really need to get that. Nah, not this check, though. I don't want to be. That'll only leave me like $200. I don't know. If you can't live off $200 for a week, you're fucking retarded anyway. So. There's that. You're retarded. Doug never told us how much he makes an hour. I guarantee if we went to, it's like that show, that guy that does that show where he goes over people's budgets and shit and points out all the fucking, if we went over this guy's budget, we'd see the problem. We'd see immediately with the things that needed to be cut out and the things he could change. But everybody's like that. So, but you have 2 choices, okay? 2 choices. Because it's a free country. You can live like that. Like, you can say, fuck it. I like going to Starbucks every morning. I like stopping on the way to work and getting a nice Starbucks. I love that. I love doing that. And yeah, it's expensive. I do it 5 days a week. Whatever. I'm not saying I do that. I'm just saying maybe you do that. And yes, you could save money if you made coffee at home, but you don't want to do that. Okay, but then don't cry about how poor you are. Don't cry about being broke or whatever. Because I'm going to say, well, that Starbucks, you could cut that out. But I like doing that. Okay, then enjoy that. Enjoy those moments with the Starbucks every morning. But realize that towards the end of the week, you're going to be a little broke because you keep doing that. And you could be saving some money there, and there's probably some other savings you could do. But you won't do that either. So shut up crying about it. Either make a change or shut the fuck up. Because bitching and moaning about it, okay, fix it then. You're a grown-ass adult. I don't have enough money. Okay, stop spending your money. You know the bullshit you buy. Enough with this clueless fucking attitude. I just don't understand where the money goes. Fuck off. I know where my money goes. I know all my, like, it's like when somebody tells me, I'm like, I don't need you to tell me nothing about myself. Fuck off. Worry about you. I'll worry about me. I'm not sitting around going, God, if I just had more money. I know what I spend my money on. I know why I'm broke right now. I know the things. I know I ordered DoorDash the other day or like 3-4 times. I mean, enough. I'm going to go cry about it now. Could have bought a lighter, didn't. Whatever. But see, I'm content. My rent's going to be paid. Who gives a shit? Cares about the lighter? I mean, it was a temporary problem. Some people would kill themselves over it. This is a soft fucking country. Soft world. Like, what in the world? Crazy. I don't show my face. You people are insane. You ain't jerking off to me, buddy. Go find another stream. You ain't jerking off to my face. No thanks, guy. My face is literally on the screen anyway. It's right there. That's me right there. That's a drawing of me. Although, when have I ever had a mustache and like nothing else on my face? I don't know what page I was thinking there. I never remember shaving my face, Pedro, and just leaving a mustache and shaving it. I never remember doing that. I've never done that in my entire life. Like I've never walked around like that. So it doesn't make any sense. It's very strange. It's a good picture though. It's a good drawing there. Eventually I'll get another laptop, but all right now, I got other things I need. Other things need to be purchased first. Ain't gonna be no free buses. Ain't no free ride in this life. Ain't no free rides. You understand? There ain't. Even if you think there is, there ain't. Just know that. Ain't nothing free. Free bus. Fucking dumb as shit, bro. Why don't you just get a bus? Why don't you just get a bus pass? How much can that even cost? You know what I'm saying? Somebody look this up because I can't do it. See, this is why I need a laptop so I can do this myself. No, what I need is I need to get my other phone, charge it, and then I can have Grok open. Grok will answer all these questions. What is the cost of a season bus pass, like an annual bus pass in New York City? What's that cost? What's the monthly cost? $3 a year? No. I bet it's like, that's $3 a day. Hey man, that's $6 if it's $3 there and $3 back. That's $6 a day. I mean, yeah, that adds up. Oh, per ride, $3 per ride. Yeah. Okay, so let's say you take 2 rides a day. That's $6 a day. What's 6 times 5? I'm retarded. So just give me the answer because it'll take me all day. 6 times 5. 3 a day, 7 for express. So $30 a week to take the bus. And let's just say you're going to work every day. You're going on the bus. See, they want to get on the bus and go, ride around everywhere. Your fat ass need to be walking anyway, quite frankly. Is there like a monthly pass you can buy? Maybe you get a little discount. You get like a monthly pass. $3 a ride. That still ain't that bad, really, if you think about it. That's actually not bad at all, if you think about it. Because if you was to take an Uber, my God, if you ever took an Uber, you're going to spend like $20, bro. I mean, depending on where you're going. But you can get on the bus and go around the town for $3. $132 a month. And is that unlimited? Is that unlimited rides? $132 a month for unlimited rides around the town sounds like a good ass deal, for real. I don't know what you're complaining about. And you get the subway too for $132 a month. $132 a month, your transportation covered. And yeah, you do a little walking here or there. It's good for you. But in long distances, you get on the subway or you get on the fucking bus. And it's $132 a month you pay. That seems like a good deal to me. And then that money should be used to get the subway real nice and clean, get everything looking good, running good, and put criminals in fucking jail. Unlimited rides for 30 days for $132 a month. Yeah, that's a good deal. That sounds like a good deal. Because, I mean, $132 a month, you can get on that subway anytime you want, get on that bus anytime you want, as many times you want in a day. How's that not a good deal? You'd be going all over the place. Come on now. Come on now. I mean, look what Doug pays for transportation. Doug pays about $1,000 a month to just drive around. Doug pays about $1,000 a month to go to work and come home. You understand that? You understand most people use their car to go to work and back, and that's what they use it for? And you know how I know this? Because I work full-time, and I work some overtime every week. I probably work about 45 hours a week. So you ain't got a lot of time. Between sleep and work, you ain't driving around all over the place, going out partying shit. You're fucking tired. You're sitting at home. So he spends all that money to go to work and back, if you really think about it. And I guarantee if he really sat and thought about it, was honest with himself, that's true. That's so true. And in this day and age, it really doesn't make, I'm telling you, it doesn't make any sense. What do you need a car for? If you really think about it, let's say, okay. And I'm not talking to people with a yacht. If you have a boat, you take it out to the lake every week. I'm not talking to you. Enjoy your car. Go buy two cars. I don't give a shit. Jesus, I don't care. Not talking to you, guy. Smokey, how else am I going to take my boat out to the lake without my F-150 truck? Smokey, just because you're broke don't mean everybody else is. Smokey, don't you understand? I get it. Get in your truck. Go get the boat. And Smokey, don't you understand? I can't just drive that F-150 truck every day. I mean, that's just that's to go out in the country. That's to go camping, Smokey. That's to take the boat out to the lake. Smokey, of course I need a second, smaller vehicle to drive around the town, Smokey. Just because you're broke don't mean I am. I'm not talking to you, guy. I'm talking to people like Doug who are crying, begging the government to open up so they can get their EBT card filled. I'm talking to them. Maybe you don't need the car. Maybe you don't need to be paying $400 car payment, $200 insurance, $100 a month in gas. Maybe that's a little too much just to be going back and forth to fucking work. Well, I need the car to do what? To go out and party, go out somewhere? You don't have no time to do that. You really don't have no time. I need to have so I can go pick up food. No, you get Instacart to deliver groceries. You're broke. Remember, you don't need to be going. You got EBT, motherfucker. Shit. What are you going out to eat for? You got EBT. You better be using that goddamn EBT you got that you're begging for. I don't want to hear about you going out to eat as you're begging the government to fill the card up. What the fuck is going on? Smokey, that's for the groceries, Smokey. I like to go get a little treat. Remember when they were saying that? I like to go get a little treat. Don't poor people deserve a little treat? No, they don't get a little treat. I had a little treat. I had a Grinch Hershey bar. It was a block of Hershey's chocolate. Not that off-brand bullshit. By the way, remind me about I don't want to get into it right this second, but off-brand bullshit. Remind me to talk about that in 10 minutes. 5-10 minutes. But the fucking Hershey's chocolate with the Grinch imprinted it. I had a little treat that I paid for myself with money I earned working. And Doug gets a goddamn, government gives it to him. Government's like, go ahead and get you that Grinch bar. You're not working hard enough to have the Grinch bar, Doug. You didn't earn the Grinch bar, Doug. You stole it from me. I could have had two, but you stole the second one so you could get yourself one. You used the government, the power of the state, to force me to give you a portion of my check so you could get the Grinch bar. And if that ain't fascism, I don't know what the fuck is. Want to talk about fascism? It sounds pretty fascist to me what you did to me, Doug. When you came in, and I didn't even see you do it. You took it out of my check. I didn't even see you. They just sent me a stamp, a stub, and it said, and I said, God damn, what the fuck? It said Doug needed a candy bar. Doug needed the Grinch bar. Like, I didn't agree to get Doug a Grinch bar. Get your own goddamn. It was only $1.59, Doug, you broke son of a bitch. Buy a Grinch bar. Don't people deserve a little treat? It was $1.59. I got $1.59 of change in a fucking jar just laying around. You can afford the bar. That's your little fucking treat. What are we supposed to do? Take you to fucking Baskin Robbins? Get you a triple scoop? Fuck's sake, be grateful for the fucking... Get your own shit. Sick of these fucking people. Everybody wants the answer to how can we help people out? Stop taking money out of my check. My check would be $900 fucking something a week if you quit taking money out of it, cocksucker. So don't tell me how are we going to help the people have more money? There's a real simple fucking solution. Stop taking money out of my check to help everybody else. Help yourself. Help yourselves. Figure it out yourself. You know, maybe we'd have money to donate. You know, that's the thing. If you'd quit taking money out of our fucking check, we'd have a little money to donate to the veterans, to the sick, to the elderly. We'd say, oh, you know, I'll voluntarily send a 50 to help Grandmama. Grandmama gets a little treat. You know what? I'll get Grandmama's Grinch bar. But I'll do it willingly. It won't be at the end of a gun and at the end of Doug's gun. That he's too cowardly to hold himself, so he uses the power of the state to hold that gun to my head and say, I'm taking that Grinch bar. You're going to pay for this Grinch bar. I didn't agree to pay for the Grinch bar. It's $1.59. And if you can't afford that, you got bigger problems. You got big fucking problems. It's fucking hilarious when somebody says, well, how the fuck do you got an iPhone if you're so goddamn broke that you're begging the government to feed you? And the people in the comments, poor people don't deserve iPhones? Poor people don't deserve iPhones? Like, what in the fuck are you even saying? Poor people don't deserve PS5s? What do you mean? Poor people don't deserve fucking Corvettes? I mean, when does the insanity end? Poor people don't deserve a yacht. All people deserve a boat, Smokey. If you don't have a boat, you live in poverty. You know, when I was on food stamps, I had a fucking piece of shit Android phone. And that's what you should have, quite frankly. You don't get an iPhone. You're on food stamps. Everybody knows Android's a poor people phone. You're poor. That is a sign. You're poorer than, you couldn't afford an iPhone. You just couldn't. And then you have to pretend it's better. You have to pretend it's not. It's not. It's terrible. I've had one. Had it before the iPhone. When I got an iPhone, I realized it's clearly superior. It's just clearly superior. Now, I know you do that nerd shit. That nerd shit you do. I don't do that nerd shit you do. The Android can utilize a special kind of code that the iPhone doesn't. The iPhone can't use that. Get the fuck. I'm not coding anything. What do I look like? I'm coding. I'm not coding a fucking thing. I did that as a teenager to fucking fuck with some coding stuff. I'm too old for that shit. Doing any of that shit. Who's a fuck about that nerd shit? The Android just has look at the camera. Who gives a fuck about the camera? Goofy motherfuckers. It has the megapixel 9000, Smokey. The iPhone doesn't have that. Cares. Smokey, the iPhone store is censored. Good. Good. Keep that weird geek shit off of it. I don't want to see any of that anyway. Your weirdo shit off of there anyway. I don't want to see it. Anybody could make an app on Android. iPhone, they take a look at the app before they let you download it. Oh, the horror. Yeah, iPhone likes to make sure the app is safe before they put it on your phone. Oh, man, those guys sound like real assholes. Fucking Apple. Cocksuckers. Yeah, on Android, you could end up getting a virus on your phone. They can just download something and fuck your phone up. It's better, Smoking so much better. Yeah, sounds great. That's fantastic. When it comes to downloading shit onto my phone, I want you to go through that. Go ahead and censor all that shit. I mean, that's what you need to be doing. Good. See, Apple's it's just more high class, service. I mean, come on. Give me a fucking break. I mean, does Google got to own everything? Search engine, email, your phone. I mean, how about no? How about no? It's just like, does Apple get to have everything? No, I'm on Spotify. Calm down, Apple. It's a great phone, and yeah, Apple Music's great. It's fine, but I'm on Spotify, buddy. Okay, buddy? You can't have everything, buddy. You don't get to have it all, okay? You have the phone. You have the phone. That's fantastic. iPhone, that's fantastic. That's enough. You control the phone, but, I'm going to listen to music on this app. So there's Jesus. You can't have it all. You can't have everything, Apple. Some of these motherfuckers want to have everything. I mean, Google has search and email. Okay, that's enough. You got two fucking things. Google, relax. You don't get to have a phone too. No, you don't get to fucking be the goddamn number one phone, the number one search engine, the number one email. Stop. Stop. Enough. You want to talk about principles? You should have an iPhone out of principle. You should say, I'm not. No, I'm not having an Android. Google doesn't get to dominate the phone market too. They don't get to dominate everything. They don't get to dominate AI too. They don't. Enough. This is out of control. By the way, the AI is going to kill the search engine stuff. That's why they're trying to have Google. They want their Google AI going. Once again, no. You had your time. You had your time. Okay? Search engine's done. Eventually, no one will use fucking email either. Hell, I don't really use it anyway. Your time is coming to an end. See, that's the thing. These companies get so big, they get so powerful. You have to let them die of natural causes eventually. Like, you have to move on. You can't say, all right, I'm going to get their phone too. And I'm like, no. No. When the search engines, when nobody uses search engines anymore, when nobody uses email anymore, guess what? Nobody cares about Google anymore. Bye, Google. All that power, all that money, it's done. It's all over now. No, you want to give them everything. I'm going to give this company all my money. I want a music subscription service. I'll give this company my money. I'm gonna give them the money too. Give them everything. And then you wonder how all these companies just they own everything. The irony is the company that owns Apple and Spotify, like they probably own, you know what I'm saying? It's probably the same people own both anyway. When you really get down to it, when you dig deep enough, you'll see it's just some Jew. It's just some Jewish guy that owns it all. You've never even heard of him. Just some Jewish guy. He figured it out, huh? He really figured it out. He's like, I'm just gonna buy a bunch of Apple stock now. Just gonna buy it and own it. There you go. Now I own this. He's so rich, he just bought it. Oh, he owns it now. Then he takes all the money he makes off that, buys some other shit. Then eventually he just owns everything. Except some stuff that another guy owns. Another rich guy owns it. And he ain't willing to give it up. He ain't willing to sell it to you. You don't get to have, once again, you don't get to have it all, guy. You don't get to own it all. I get to own some shit over here. All right, you get the NBA and you get to, but I get the NFL. Okay, relax, guy. And this guy over here, he gets baseball and on and on. You don't get to have it all. You don't get to own all of them. It's just like Sony trying to, come out with a handheld. No, that's Nintendo's thing. You don't get to have that. You gotta stay in your lane on the console. Stay in your lane. And look at Nintendo. They were brilliant. They were like, we're gonna come and we're gonna get a console, but it's also a handheld. Ah, that's interesting. So technically, we're staying in our lane, but we're kind of coming into your lane over here, but not really. Not really, if you think about it. If you're being honest about it, so yeah, we're kind of in both lanes, We're just, and that works. They find something that works. Just another handheld. Same with the Wii, The Wii, it's like it's It's a different thing. It's not really a PlayStation. It's not an Xbox. It's a Wii. It's a whole different thing. It's a whole different type of console. It's not, I'm not sitting down playing Rust on it, that's for sure. But I might play Wii Tennis on it. I might prance around my living room, waving my arms. You forget that VR shit. The Wii, that was the first time he was up with the wands, jumping around. It's interesting that Nintendo didn't come out with the VR. I guess they did back in the day, but it sucked. Or that virtual helmet thing they had. You think Nintendo would be dominating that VR shit. You'd be like VR Mario. You'd be I don't know, maybe there's not a lot you could do with that. I mean, you could do the Wii stuff, and then you're in it with the helmet on. Thing about the Wii is though, it got boring after a while. And only so many times you can prance around in your living room. Only so, man, it's cool here and there. It's like the VR. You don't play it every day, but it's fun to play when you play it. It's fun to have. It's fun to be like, I want to go play some VR. You can. But it's not something you do every day. Because a lot of these games you play, I mean, it's a workout. You're moving around and shit. You're dodging bullets. You're getting shot at. You gotta lay on your living room floor. Or be shot. You're throwing blue-haired liberals in a sewer. There's a lot going on. I flew a blue-haired liberal in the sewer a couple weeks back on the VR. He was in a furry outfit, and I knocked his furry head off, and under the head, blue-haired liberal, fat liberal guy, and I tossed him in the sewer. Grabbed him by his hair, and he was like, ah! And I just threw him in the sewer. I think he was like, get your fucking hands off me. And I said, shut up, liberal. And I tossed him in the sewer. A lot of fun throwing him in the sewer. That's what they need, a pig. I tell you a game, I can't wait to play that Halloween game they got coming out. It don't come out for a year, though, I think. That shit looks sick, though. The little GTA got delayed. You cried. Told you it was going to get delayed, you fucking idiot. They always delay it. And I want them to. If it ain't ready, don't release it. Don't release some fucked up, half-assed bullshit. Just take the time, get it done. If it takes another year, it takes another year. And I bet they do gay shit again, where it's like the single player comes out first, and then you can play online a few days after that. Because we want people to play the single. How about you just let people play the fucking game that they paid for and shut the fuck up? If it's $100 and I can't just get online, because I'll of course play the fucking story, but let's say I got friends or stuff that's getting on. Let's say we all want to get on. Why can't we? We paid $100. Fuck you. Fuck you telling me when to play what. Suck a dick. You need to play the story mode first. You need to respect the 100 that you just charged me and fuck off is what you need to do. You know how fucked up you gotta be to charge $100 and then be like, yeah, the online, you don't get to play that at first. And not because it's not ready, it's because we want you to play the story mode. So we're gonna give you a week to beat the story mode. Go fuck yourself. Shouldn't I decide what the hell I do with the game I purchased? Get over your fucking self. These people need to get over their fucking self to make these fucking games. It's like Gears of War back in the day. Oh my God, all that crying. We didn't design the game to be just a shotgun fight all the time. Well, that's how people like playing the game. Get over it, you fucking dork. Telling people how to play your game. You got this successful game, everybody's playing it, and you're bitching and moaning about the way they play it. As if they're cheating in some way. Nobody's cheating, they're just using the gun. They're like, you need to use the other gun. We expected you guys to sit behind cover and shoot at each other with the Lancers. Well, who the fuck's doing that? Fucking dork. And instead of embracing it and then kind of making the next game based around that, they made the next game, they nerfed the fuck out of that shotgun. I mean, get a fucking grip. Get a grip. And GTA will do the same thing. They'll make you probably wait 2 fucking weeks playing online. Hell, they might make you wait a fucking month. Why? Because they're retarded. That's why. And what are you gonna do? You'll just play the single. At the end of the day, you'll just go, whatever. I guess I'll play single player mode. Because why not? Who gives a shit? Still GTA, but it's bullshit. It's complete fucking bullshit. If I paid for the game, the whole damn thing should be unlocked, and I should be able to do what I want. Goofy motherfuckers. You think they want to get that online, run it up, get them, start selling you them shark bucks. What do they call them? Shark bucks or something? Shark credits or whatever the hell. Let people get on there and start buying things. Shit, open it up. You people be hyped that first week to that first night. Oh, at midnight when the game comes out, people be so hyped. They be buying all kinds of shit. You better have that online set up. And you better have that shop open. I'm telling you, people getting in there buying all kinds of shit. They'd be so fucking hyped. They'd be drunk with hype. They'd be buying dumb shit. They'd be buying fake virtual cars and clothes for their character. But we want people to experience the story mode. We work so hard on the story. Nobody buys GTA for the fucking story, I'm here to tell you. That's not why people buy that game. So, I mean, not that the story mode's bad or anything. It's just that's not why people buy the game. Got news for you. I would say most people are buying this next one to play online with people they know. I mean, you're only going to play the story mode one fucking time unless you're one of these weirdos that has to beat a game over and over again. But most people are buying it. They're going to play it online with other people. So, just get to it. It's a fuck about single player. It hurts their ego, too, when everybody gets online and don't get on their little single player. That hurts their little ego. I worked so hard on the story and that girl's, what's that girl's name that they got? I worked so hard on that girl's story and all these guys just get online and start blowing each other up and shit. And I worked so hard on her story. And she's such a great character. And oh, fuck. Fuck me, man. Fuck these people. We should have made them wait a whole month before they could play online. Misogyny, because it's a woman you're skipping. It could be the whitest motherfucker on the planet I'm skipping to the online. Not that I'll never play it. I never beat GTA 5 story. I played a little bit of it, but people getting online. Get over it. Get over it. But they gotta have a story. They got, think of the guy that worked hard on that. Think about him. Not your $100 you spent. Think about him and his hard work. You're just gonna skip over his fucking story mode and get online and start shooting each other. Come on. Let them log in and get a shark card. Let a man log in on launch night with getting that shark card. I'm getting $100 shark card. And I'm going to be riding around that GTA Online. I'm going to have the nicest car. Nobody's going to have this car. Nobody can afford this fucking car. I dropped $100 on this shark card to get this. I got a chopper. I live in a mansion around the block. You might as well open it up. Let them get that money. I'm telling you, that's the night to do it. People's going to be having a party playing this. Especially now you're going to make them wait another year. They can't take it no more. Perfect time to take advantage of these idiots and take all their money and say, hey, you getting on that GTA Online, why not get this shirt? If your virtual character is a little shirt. People's going to be pouring money into that. I'm telling you. People is going to be spending their money on that. People's going to be living on that. People's going to be treating that like their own life. Some dweeb nerd will be living on that. He won't have much of a life in real life, but he'll be. That's why I say you got to have VR so they can really put the headset on that motherfucker and be walking around in the town. I come home from work to my miserable life, but on GTA, I'm a pimp. Got a pimp hat on. I'm black on GTA. I'm black. Yeah, I put the VR goggles on. I walk around. Walk around the town. I get in my car, drive around. Missed opportunity not to use the VR. Missed opportunity on that one. You know how many VR headset? Everyone in this chat would buy that VR headset to play that. You would. You would. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. It's a no-brainer. Anyway, I'm getting off here. I'm gonna go take a nap.